Absalom City of Lost Omens? I thought we already did that review. Why would I want to cover that book a second time? Guys, Beadle Grimm's is amazing! Today, we're going to talk about Absalom City of Lost Omens Gold Edition from Beadle Grimm's on this episode of The Local Disaster Tour Guide. Hello travelers and tourists, my name is Mark and I am the local disaster tour guide. That's right, I am a storyteller that is a little bit surprised that the premium collector's edition product is actually the you want to use it directly at your gaming table product. That caught me off guard a little bit. Welcome to a journey through the fantastic world of TTRPGs like Pathfinder and Starfinder. Today, I'm going to be taking a second look at Absalom City of Lost Omens, a setting book for Pathfinder 2nd Edition that takes a look at the city at the center of the world, Absalom. Now, if you've been with this channel for a while, you may remember that a little over a month ago, I reviewed this book on my channel and gave you my thoughts about this product and who might be interested in it and what kind of utility you might get out of this product at the gaming table. Now, at the time that it released, I knew that Paizo had a basic version of Absalom City of Lost Omens, but there was another company called Beadle Grimm's that was doing a gold edition version of this particular product. And to be honest, I thought the gold edition looked pretty cool, but this channel is not quite at gold edition level of investment yet. So I just ordered the regular version of the book and went about reviewing it. And I don't want to waste your time with a repeat of all the information in that previous video. If you're interested in my thoughts on the content of this book, you should go check out my previous video. I'll throw a link up here and in the video description. But I was perfectly happy just to get the regular copy of the book and call it a day. And then, about a week after that video went up, I got an email from Beadle Grimm's that they were sending me a package. I didn't know this was coming. They decided to send me a copy of Absalom City of Lost Omens Gold Edition so that I could review it for my channel and let you all know what you can expect with this product. There were no strings attached to them sending me this product. I worked with them on the Complete Character Chronicle books a few months ago, and they decided they wanted to work with me again. When I got the email that they were sending me a package, I actually reached out to them and I said, I didn't know you were going to send me this. I've already done a video on the main book. Is that going to be a problem? And to Beadle Grimm's credit, when I talked to one of their representatives, they said that that was completely fine, that they were okay with me taking some time, looking at what they have to offer in addition to the base product, and taking a look at all the extra goodies that they added to the Gold Edition version of this product. So in this video today, I'm going to be skipping most of the book's content, and instead I'm going to be looking at the things that they added onto the book and added onto the product, and talking about how a game master might use the Gold Edition version of this product, talking about the strengths of this product, talking about some of the weaknesses of this product, and just giving you some of my thoughts overall about this pretty cool collector's version of Absalom City of Lost Omens. So I do want to say thank you, Beadle Grimm's, for thinking of me and giving me a chance to talk about this product. I will say there's some pretty interesting stuff in here, and I'm really glad that you all reached out to me and wanted to work with me again. Now, when it comes to any product review that I do on this channel, I do always encourage you to take any product review with a healthy grain of salt. I am just one person on the internet offering my thoughts and opinions, but the best review of any product is always to try that product out for yourself. So if you have the opportunity to check out the Gold Edition version of this product, that's always going to give you the best review, and I always encourage you to definitely do that if you have the opportunity. Absalom City of Lost Omens is available at Beadle Grimm's Pandemonium Warehouse, and I'll leave a link to the product and their webpage in the video description if you want to go check that out. Right now, through the month of April, they're having a Pathfinder sale with everything 10% off, so you can pick up a copy of Absalom City of Lost Omens for $349. That price will go back up again starting in May. I'm not sure what that price will be, but this is definitely a premium edition product. And as always, with my reviews, I would like to begin at the end, give you my overall thoughts on this product, and then work my way through some of the details of this product so you can see how I arrived at the conclusions that I give you. Now, if you saw my original video on the standard version of Absalom City of Lost Omens, you may remember that I gave that book a C+ overall as a grade. And if I'm being completely honest, Absalom City of Lost Omens probably is still in that C+ for me. And I feel kind of bad saying that because it is a really good product. I don't know if it's possible to give things a C++ grade. This is an improvement over the base product, and there's a lot of stuff that I like about it. But at the end of the day, I think it's worth noting that Absalom City of Lost Omens, the standard version and the gold edition, is a niche gaming product. And when I rate products on this channel, the number one thing that I always think about is the utility of the product. If I invest my money in something, am I going to use it? And setting books, by definition, are always niche products. This product is, functionally, one city inside one continent, inside one setting, inside one game. And as with all niche products, that kind of means that depending upon what your specific table is doing, this product could be extremely useful, or it could collect a ridiculous amount of dust. And it could go either way. Are you playing Pathfinder 2e? Is your game set in Absalom, and do you plan to stay there or return there regularly throughout your campaign? Then you'll get a ton of mileage out of this product. By the same token, if you're not running in the Galarian setting, if you're not using the city of Absalom, this product is probably not for you. And I think it's just important to acknowledge that about the product. When I give this product the C++ rating that I do, that's not a reflection of the quality of the work. The quality is amazing and actually brings this product up to that C++ grade that I give it, but you still want to be realistic about when and how you will use a product before making a purchase decision. Now, another thing you may remember from my previous video is that Absalom City of Lost Omens is a setting book that I was actually very happy to see from Paizo, because I felt like Paizo took Absalom City of Lost Omens in a very good direction for the product line, ultimately making the product very heavily Game Master focused, but also structured in a way that as a storyteller you can really get a lot of mileage out of the base product. And one of the things I said is you could build an entire level 1 to level 20 campaign just using the content inside of Absalom City of Lost Omens. They crammed a lot of good content in there. And as a quick note, as far as I can tell, Beadle Grimm's has faithfully reproduced everything that is in the standard version of this product. I haven't gone word by painstaking word through both of these products. I can't tell you 100% for sure that there wasn't something that was cut, but as far as I can tell, every important piece of information, every important trait, every important detail is in there. You don't lose anything with the Gold Edition, and you're going to gain a lot more. So the baseline for Absalom City of Lost Omens is, this is a product that is really good for game masters who want to run games that either frequently visit the city of Absalom or are primarily set in the city of Absalom. If that applies to you, you are definitely going to get your mileage out of this book, and that's just with the base content. However, on top of that, I would like to add, Absalom City of Lost Omens Gold Edition is presented and structured in a way that it is really designed to be used at your gaming table. And I was kind of impressed by this. When I heard that I was getting the gold edition of the product, I imagined this really beautiful collector's edition that was just going to sit up on my shelf and look pretty, but that wouldn't get a lot of use. And there's no shame in that. I buy the special edition version of Paizo books very regularly. But instead, what I discovered is that when Beadle and Grimm's approached the gold edition of this product, they did not design a product that was intended for the shelf. They designed a product that was intended for the gaming table. And game masters who want some active props and who want products that they can use actively in play at the table, I think you're going to be amazed by what Beadle and Grimm's version of Absalom City of the Lost Omens has put together. In fact, I'll say this, there is one particular scenario where I almost feel like Absalom City of Lost Omens Gold Edition is a perfect product, but I'm going to save that for the end of the video so that you have to watch the whole way to find out. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm totally going to slip up and tell them early. This is basically the perfect product for game store owners who really want to set up and run some sample Pathfinder 2e games to help get people in their community excited. There's no way I can hold on to that information for an entire review. Okay, but let's dive into the fun stuff. What extras does Beadle and Grimm's offer with the gold edition of this product? Now, the first thing I want to say is, when they ship this product to you, they ship it to you in a huge box. When I saw this thing on my front porch, I was kind of curious what on earth I was about to open. Unfortunately, I have a toddler and that box has already been destroyed, so I can't show you the box, but let me just prepare you. They send you a monster of a box. And one of the first things I found when I opened that box were some beautiful wooden coasters. These coasters feature the emblem of the Tri-Stripe Society, and you get a set of 4 setting-specific coasters that you can use at your gaming table. By the way, Beadle and Grimm's, how did you know that my toddler has managed to lose all but one of the coasters my wife and I have, and that we needed a new set? Thank you so much. That's not even a joke. We were really excited to get those. By the way, as I go through the list of things you're going to find inside of Gold Edition, I will probably be throwing some pictures up instead of just showing them all to you by hand, because some of the products are really small, and I think by taking pictures that may give you a better view of what I'm talking about. The next thing that I found was Beadle and Grimm's map vault for Absalom City of Lost Omens. You have this beautifully decorated poster holder, and to be honest, I have a little bit of an obsession with posters, so having a decorated poster holder is actually kind of useful for me. But this poster holder is going to come with a variety of maps for the game. One of the maps that you get is hanging up on my wall right now. It is a larger, more detailed version of the city map that comes with the standard version of this book. So if you want to know the differences between this map and the standard version, you can just go check out my previous video and watch that video and compare that map to this map, and you'll be able to figure out the differences. I promise I'm not trying to secretly trick you into upping my watch time. But not only do they have the single panel version of this map, they also have a 2-panel version of this map that you could put side by side to have an extremely large and extremely detailed look at the city, or you can split those 2 panels up and then have an east side and west side map of the city instead. Unfortunately, I didn't have room to display those 2 maps in my current setup, but they are incredibly large, they're incredibly beautiful. It's definitely something that I like. However, easily my favorite map in the Beadle and Grimm's collection is this one. It is a paper map of the Isle of Kortos, where the city of Absalom resides. And I have wanted a good map of this for a long time, and I am very excited that I get to display this in my gaming room now. If I have one minor complaint, I wish they had done this style of map at that scale. But seriously, Beadle and Grimm's, I love this map. This was a very welcome inclusion, and I am very glad that it's part of the product. Additionally, there are 3 other maps inside of the map vault, and all three of them are battle maps that are associated with different areas inside of the city of Absalom. Now, my favorite of the battle maps is the Silver Dragon's Lair. It's an old flooded theater below the streets of Absalom, and it is a location I could totally see myself using in a lot of games. It's very beautifully done, and in my opinion, it is a top quality map. But you end up with 6 different battle maps that you can use for locations inside of Absalom, and to be honest, most of them could transfer very readily to serve as similar locations in other settings or other places inside of Golarion or other RPGs. The vast majority of Game Masters are always excited to get some new battle maps, and Gold Edition is going to bring you 6 new battle maps. Definitely a positive on this product. I will offer a small caveat on the battle maps, in that if you're a longtime viewer of this channel, you know that I personally prefer to use hex grids instead of square grids, and these battle maps that Beadle Grimm gives us are in square grid. Now, I've used plenty of square grid maps, and they are beautiful square grid maps. I'm not complaining, I can definitely use these at my table. But if you're like one of the 7 other people in the entire world who just really prefers hex grid maps, be aware they send square grid maps with this particular product. Still, beautifully illustrated, love them, glad they're in there. Also, this is going to be a little bit out of order of what you will find as you're digging through the box, but they also come with a map pack of the different districts inside of the city of Absalom. And these maps are perfectly sized to hand out to your players, or to use to make notes for yourself as a game master. Basically what I'm saying here is Beadle and Grimm went overboard on maps and maps and more maps, and there is a consistent quality to all of the maps that Beadle and Grimm offers. Also, upon opening the box, you'll get a gift bag from the Pickled Imp. It's just a little cool in-world reference, and I'm totally using this for one of my nerd friends' Christmas presents this year. Nothing else to say about it, it's just a cool little extra thing that they give you. But the majority of the content that you're going to be looking for is found inside of this durable box, Absalom City of Lost Omens Gold Edition. This thing is packed with Game Master tools and different knickknacks, just different fun things that you can use for your Pathfinder 2e game that's set in Absalom. By the way, that box is durable and is designed to hold the vast majority of things that come with this purchase so that they will all fit neatly on your shelf. When you open the box up, you will find this little pamphlet that details all of the different items that are included with this collection. They explain what's inside, they explain what's involved, and one of the things I'd like to point out is that Beadle Grimm has included a digital version of this product as part of your purchase, so you can go to Pathfinder Nexus and download a digital version with the code that's included when they send this to you. Now, there are a lot of different things inside of this box. One of the things that they send you is an Absalom-specific Game Master screen, which you can see here behind me. And I'll try to throw up some pictures of the different pages inside of the Game Master screen, but they give you several references that can help you as a Game Master keep track of the different factions, different locations, different districts, different places your players might go inside of the City of Lost Omens. It's a pretty handy reference, and I think it's beautifully designed. Though I will admit the artwork on this Game Master screen confused me, because several of the characters are fighting upside down, and when I first opened the Game Master screen, I wasn't sure which way to turn it. But hey, the artwork's still good, even if it took me a minute to orient it correctly. Included with this set is some custom jewelry and artifacts associated with the City of Lost Omens. You'll get a coin set that comes in a small bag like this, and these small bags could be used to hold small dice sets and things like that. There are only 6 coins included, but they are beautifully done. I think that they're very well detailed, and one of the things I like to do at my gaming table is I like to use coins like that for hero points when I pass them out as a Game Master, so I definitely can get some use out of these coins. You also get an Aspis Consortium badge, which is one of the factions that your players might contend with. Along with that, you can find a City Watch badge in case one of your players joins the City Watch. You can also find a pin for the Arcana Miriam in case one of your more scholarly characters decides to attend class. And then they just have a large keepsake coin for the Gold Edition version of this product. So it's a nice collection of different jewelry and coins and badges from inside of the world. I think it's a pretty nice addition to this product. One of the things that they include in this box that takes up a lot of space is NPC and location standees. They call them NPC and location cards, but these are actually designed so that they can stand on the gaming table or possibly hang over your Game Master screen and allow your players to see the artwork of the character on one side while you can see the information for that character on the back side. They have these both for major characters and major locations inside of Absalom, and I think these are particularly nice and very useful for giving your players a visual of what they are encountering inside of the game world. Another thing that they include are rumor cards. And these are cards that you can pass out to your players if they encounter rumors while they are traveling around town, possibly while hanging out at a local inn. The rumor cards are numbered, and they correspond to a table that's actually inside of the book, so you can know exactly which rumor you are passing out to your player characters. But each of these rumor cards can easily serve as inspiration for its own mini-adventure. And remember how I said that this product feels really usable for Game Masters? That's a good example of why I say that. Your players are in a bar, they hear a rumor, and you can literally hand them the card of, this is what your character has overheard. And speaking of handouts, this product comes with 11 different in-world handouts that you can give to your PCs. It has a newspaper from Absalom. It has some sketches associated with mini-adventures. It has several different invitations to in-world events that your player characters can attend. And I don't know how well it can show up, but like, this invitation is beautifully done. If I received this while I was playing in a game, I would be genuinely intrigued. The point is, they have a lot of different tangible artifacts that you as a storyteller can use, distribute to your players, show your players, to help them get into the game world. And as a storyteller, I love this stuff. It's very creative, it's very well done. Oh, and I actually made a mistake when I was filming earlier. In the list of all of the extras that Beadle Grimm has included with the Gold Edition of this product, they also include 4 first-level Pathfinder 2e characters that you could give to new players or use as NPCs. There's a champion, a bard, a wizard, and a rogue, all of which that are perfectly statted out and are given active Absalom backgrounds to make them part of the city and really help people just dive straight into the world. That's part of the stuff that's included, and I forgot to record that earlier. I had to go back and record this bit to make sure that I got it in there. Alright, so that's kind of the extras that come with this product, but now let's talk about the core of the product, the content, the Absalom City of Lost Omens book, because, well, that's kind of the main reason you buy this, right? You want to know about the City of Lost Omens, you want to know about this particular part of the setting, and I'll go ahead and say up front, this could be I could see this being a sticking point for some people, because Beadle Grimm's made a conscious choice when it comes to the book itself, and I suspect some people will really love it, and some people might have some issues with it. The standard Absalom City of Lost Omens is a hardback book that you can order from Paizo that looks like this. It is a beefy product that is almost 400 pages long that is packed to overflowing with information for potential storytellers. The Gold Edition from Beadle Grimm's looks a little more like this. A collection of small paperbacks that are much lighter and easier to read. In fact, you will get 11 books like this whenever you open up your Gold Edition box. The first and largest book is this one, and this is the kind of introduction to the city itself. You then get a series of 7 smaller books, each detailing one of the districts inside of Absalom, such as this one that details the Ascendant Court and the coins. And yes, the 2 different districts are arranged in such a way that whichever district you're reading, those pages will be right side up so that you can't get the 2 sections of these books mixed up. Now, I'm not going to show all 7 of those district books here, but you will notice that Each of the books very clearly labels which pages of the standard book they are referencing and covering, and if you have anything that references back to check this page or this NPC is found here or found there, you can very clearly see on the cover of the book exactly where these different paperback books are covering, so you're not going to have a hard time finding whichever book you might need. Finally, you get 2 more books detailing all of the NPCs that are found in the NPC section of Absalom City of Lost Omens. So, 10 books all told. So there are 10 books all told that give you, as far as I can tell, word for word, the exact same content as the original book that Paizo published. Now, full disclosure, this is where I will admit I have an emotional, but probably pointlessly nitpicky hang-up with this product, because I really like hardback books. I am a book collector, not just with my RPG hobby, but with other things that I'm interested in. I love having hardback books, I love seeing them on my shelves, and so when I think RPG book, I think book like hardback book like the standard edition. I love seeing products like this sitting on my shelf. And if I'm reading a book, I want to have this heavy book in my hands I can open and page through, and there's just something about the feel and the smell of hardback books that, for me personally, is a big part of collecting books. But I have to admit, hardback books, especially large hardback books like the 400-page standard version of Absalom City of Lost Omens, are not very good for at-the-table play. A paperback book like this is much easier, much more accessible, is a lot easier for a game master to keep behind the game master screen and be able to quickly reference whatever it is that they are interested in for that story. If my players are going to the Coins District, I don't need all 400 pages of Absalom City of Lost Omens in order to storytell that part of the city. I just need the section about the Coins District. And there is a really strong argument to be made that as a storyteller, having something this small and this easy to use is far better during play. And that's where one of the big surprises of this product came for me, in that I really feel like Beadle and Grimm's, when they designed the Gold Edition version of this product, they were designing it for active use by storytellers. And to be honest, I respect that. I really do. Like, me personally, it is an emotional hang-up to go from hardback to paperback. Just, that's one of those emotional hiccups I have a hard time getting over. But I can definitely see, if I were actually storytelling Pathfinder 2e and Absalom City of Lost Omens, I would much rather have the 1 or 2 small paperback books behind my Game Master screen, and then I can sit down and read the hardback book on my own time at home when I don't have to move around and reference a whole bunch of things. In my mind, I heard Gold Edition and thought, pretty thing to sit on the shelf, and when Beadle and Grimm's developed this, that's not how they developed it. When they thought Gold Edition, they thought, I want this to be used by Game Masters, and this is definitely a product that will be used by Game Masters in play. So please don't let my emotional hang-up dissuade you. From a practical in-game use standard, Beadle and Grimm's has knocked this out of the park. Paperback is weird for me, but I can see why they did it, and ultimately, I think it was a very good decision. But there is one more thing I want to talk about with this product. There is one more thing that's included, and if you were to ask me, what is the best thing that Beadle and Grimm's did? What is my favorite thing about this whole product? It's this. Tales from the Warehouse. Now, if you saw my original review of the standard version of Absalom City of Lost Omens, you may remember that towards the end of that video, one of the things that I said I wished that Paizo had done is that they had trimmed some of the content that I felt was a little repetitive and replaced it with adventures set in the city of Absalom that a game master could use. Well, Beadle and Grimm's, thank you. Thank you so much. They actually gave some sample adventures that game masters can use straight out of the box, and bravo. I mean it. I love this. This book is going to come with 4 different tales, if you will: Crimson Corruption, Putrid Prize, Fun and Games, and A Ghastly Siege. Now, Fun and Games is not a full adventure. It's more like an extended scene that you could drop in the middle of another adventure that you're running as an opportunity to kind of let your players relax and also drop helpful information that your players can use for whatever story they might be involved in. It's intended to be this flexible add-on that you can use with other scenarios, and so for that reason, Fun and Games shouldn't be considered a full adventure, but I do think it is a really nice addition, and it does include my favorite pun in the entire book when it references the new beauty salon called Behold Her. Yes, Beadle and Grimm's, you have my respect, because that is some quality level dad puns there. I appreciate that stuff. But the other 3 tales are full adventures that a game master can run. A Ghastly Siege is a level 2 adventure, Putrid Prize is a level 4 adventure, and Crimson Corruption is a level 6 adventure. Now, for the sake of spoilers, I won't talk about what all of the adventures are, but I will say that my favorite of the 3 adventures begins when the players see a mechanical monkey bust through a shop window and run off with some particular prize or trinket that has been stolen, and the shopkeeper comes running out of the building and shouts, "Stop, thief!" And then the players have to go and try to catch this monkey. And it's not just this fun, beautiful scene, but one of the reasons I enjoy these adventures is that particular adventure uses the chase mechanics from the Game Mastery Guide for Pathfinder 2e. Beadle and Grimm's didn't give us some run-of-the-mill adventures, but they actually, put Pathfinder through its paces and give you some very intelligent, well-designed adventures that use some of the fun variations on Pathfinder rules. So all 3 of these adventures are well designed. I think they're a lot of fun. Looking over the adventures themselves, A Ghastly Siege, the level 2 adventure, is not very long. It's probably playable in a single session. The other 2 adventures, Putrid Prize and Crimson Corruption, I feel could probably go 2 or 3 sessions, depending upon how long your group likes to play. My group normally plays about 3 hours at a time, and I feel like if I was using these adventures just cut and dry as is, it would probably take me about a combined month and a half to use all of them. Obviously, your group's playtime could adjust that, but I feel like that's a pretty good amount of content, and Beadle and Grimm's goes the distance by offering different suggestions on how to add to the adventures, how to extend the adventures, what might come next. They definitely give you a lot of ideas of, here are some other things you can do beyond just the simple adventure printed on the page. I am more than happy to recommend Absalom City of Lost Omens Gold Edition because of this. This is the kind of stuff I wanted to see in the standard version of this product, so the fact that Beadle and Grimm's took the time to do this and took the time to make these adventures good, that speaks volumes to me. I'm going to force myself to stop here because I feel like I could ramble about these adventures for a long time. We all know I'm guilty of rambling way too much. But I do genuinely believe this is something that makes the gold edition of this product a standout offering. But alright, that's all of the content of the book. So let's ask the big picture question. Is this a product that's worth purchasing or not? And if it is worth purchasing, who is going to be interested in buying it? Now, first off, the sale price of this product, as previously mentioned, is $349 this month. Most people are not going to drop $350 on a gaming product. This is a niche product for certain people, for certain situations, and Beadle Grimm's knows that. And to be honest, I imagine most of the people watching this video also know if you are considering a several $100 product for a niche gaming application. That's just a realistic consideration with this, and there is no getting around that fact. But if you meet those conditions of this is in a price range you're comfortable with, and it is a good fit for your gaming table and the stories that you're looking to tell, then yes, I do think Beadle Grimm's has delivered a fantastic product, and I feel like Beadle Grimm's has delivered on some of the things I really wanted Paizo to do with the standard version of this product. So I am very impressed with what Beadle Grimm's has done here, and I do think you get some pretty cool stuff for the money you'd be paying. But let me say this, there is one situation where I feel like this product is almost perfect. Where I genuinely believe that there is a group of people who could get a ton of value from a product like this, and that is specifically game store owners who are looking to run Pathfinder 2e games. I can very easily imagine a situation where a local game store has a community that might be interested in Pathfinder 2e, but they don't know where to get started or how to find games or what the system is like, and a game store is interested in offering some 2e games so that people can get a taste for the system and for the setting. And allow me to say, I think that Beadle Grimm's has introduced a perfect product for a game store owner who is interested in doing something like that. As I mentioned with Tales from a Warehouse, this is easily a month and a half or more's worth of material, depending upon how you structured the games. You could easily get a lot of demo games or open game nights with just this particular booklet alone, to say nothing of all of the other accessories and options and inspiration that you're going to find inside of this product. A lot of the items that they've included, like the handouts I showed you earlier, are things that new players would love to get, and a lot of them you could easily photocopy, and then you would even have souvenirs that people could take home with them when the game was over as a reminder of that cool time that they explored Absalom, the city at the center of the world. One of the strengths of the standard version of Absalom, City of Lost Omens is its utility for game masters, and the gold edition just ramps that utility higher and higher and higher, and a game store that wanted to create a Pathfinder 2e game night or game club, or even just some test games for people to try out, I really feel like this is a product where you could get people very interested in Pathfinder 2e. It dives deep into the lore, it dives deep into the setting, it lets you try out some of the cool mechanics that are associated with 2e. This is almost a perfect product for a storyteller trying to get people to try Pathfinder 2e for the first time, and a game store that invested in something like this could do several rounds of stories like that and very easily introduce lots of people to Pathfinder 2nd Edition through this product. I think the utility for something like that is off the charts. So if you're a regular game master looking for a cool but surprisingly utilitarian product to add to your collection, Gold Edition is a fantastic option. And if you're a game store owner looking for a way to set up some good Pathfinder 2e game nights to help your community try this game out, check out Beadle Grimm's Absalom, City of Lost Omens Gold Edition, because I feel like it was almost custom made for that. But that brings us to the end of this review. It's time for me to throw the conversation over to you. What do you think of Beadle Grimm's Absalom, City of Lost Omens Gold Edition? Are you interested in any of the extra things that they added to this product? And what do you think about some of the creative choices that they made? And do you have any questions about what Beadle Grimm's included? If you do, leave those questions in the comments down below, and I'll be happy to answer as many of them as I can. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it. Subscribe to the channel for more videos. And don't forget, the most important thing you can do is be part of the conversation. I love to hear what you all have to say and what you all think about these topics. And last but not least, Thank you so much to Beadle and Grimm's. Thank you for thinking of me and this channel and giving me a chance to check out this incredibly interesting product. I may be offering some game nights at my local gaming store, who knows. But thank you for being here, thank you for being part of the conversation, and have a wonderful day.